Okay, so good morning các em. So just want to take the opportunities again just to touch on just a little bit the gospel reading or reflection. Okay, I know it was a long reading, right? I was standing up for a bit of time, but I think there were some key takeaways from the homily. And I just want to see what you guys have, what you were thinking, just what's on your mind. There should be something that resonates with you. And it's just, again, okay, as we enter the Holy Week, right? That's really important for us to reflect, to thank God for all the things that we have received, and especially being Catholic, right? You guys are getting confirmed. So really to be that really strong in faith, right? So the gospel reading today did have Father Finn capture a couple of things I wanted to highlight. So what were the things that Father Finn said? Anyone remembers? I know it was a long reading. I know it was, but we need to just, as we enter the Holy Week, we need to be really understanding that. This is significant. That's really the core of our faith here. What's the first thing that Father said? Okay, it's our response to what's happening, right? You heard the gospel, the passion of Christ, but the attitude, standing for the position of outside, indifferent, don't care. Okay, too bad Jesus had to do all that, but me, I don't, it's me. It's a long time ago, 2,000 years ago, doesn't make a difference for me. So it's that attitude, don't care, right? So the second thing Father said, also standing from the position of outside when you hear the gospel, what was it? Feeling sorry for Jesus. They're like, wow, they kind of said he was a king, coming in on a camel, not camel, the ash, from a donkey to be humbled and then just to be raised, and then people were cheering him, right? And now he was being what? Crucified, mocked, and all that, just feeling kind of sorry, but also from the position of outside looking in. Okay, really don't have that things in you. So he said the proper response should be about involving yourself in that passion of Christ, right? Involving all the characters in there. St. Peter, right, denying Jesus 3 times. We're doing that today a lot of time in the environments you are, right? In school and all that, you want to talk about God. You don't want to carry the message of defending the faith. So same thing happening today. Judas selling Jesus with 30 silvers. We're doing the same thing today. All right. Yeah, I mean, probably there's sometimes you don't even have to sell anything. You just say, no, I don't. I think there was one conversation we had from since growing up in Vietnam. There's people who deny being Catholic just so they can get higher position, better place in the government. The Vietnamese being atheists and communists, and that's the danger. We have that, right? Just denying Jesus, and then what's the people who are some of the people fled, right? The gospel, his apostles just kind of took off, right? Leaving Jesus kind of alone. And that's the same kind of attitude we have. And we should be thinking, it's just not the people at that time, the elders, the Pharisees, those are the leadership at the time putting Jesus to death. But we are, every time we sin, we commit the same thing, nailing Jesus to the cross. So that's the thing that we have, the attitude that we have, is we have to be involved in all these characters to stand firm in faith. I think Mary Magdalene is really that instrument, the strong in faith all the way, standing at the foot of Jesus all the way to the end. He and St. John, always his disciple, the only the one remaining, because they were close to the heart of Jesus. And that's important for you guys to do, is the graces of God. Otherwise, we would flee. The same thing, the persecution we do see from time to time. And we have to be strong and involve ourselves in that kind of things. That's what Father was saying, is to do that. That's the position you want to be in when you hear the gospel, to reflect and to remain strong. And as we enter the Holy Week, which is really core, involving different liturgies we have. On Thursday, Holy Thursday, the washing of the feet, the disciples, okay? Really need to go through that. Holy Friday, Jesus died, but that's the one thing significant. On Thursday, he was resurrected, right? 3 days. And also you heard of that in the gospel. You think about that. Our faith is solid in Christ, resurrected, so that we can be child of God and just be that. He freed us from our original sins and to know the love. That's what Father said, to involve and to know God's infinite love and mercy for us and to respond